Well, there you go. Thanks, Jitsi. Anyway, hi to anyone watching this, whether live somehow, even though you probably can't because it's unlisted, or in the hindsight of the future, you're watching a game that was arranged through the Gauntlet, which is a community on the internet that gets together and plays tabletop role-playing games online. And you'll find them at gauntlet-rpg.com. Do lots of cool stuff. There's a always updated blog. There's forums are always busy. There is the monthly zine that's put out, Codex, which includes supplements to existing games and original games of itself. There is a podcast network of some APs, lots of like interview stuff with talking to designers and whatnot. And of course, there's the Hangouts calendar through which this game was arranged. Hangouts calendar is kind of like that's where you go to play these cool tabletop role-playing games online with these peoples. These peoples, yes, that's the thing. And this game was arranged through that. This is part 4 of our 5-part session looking into Voidheart Symphony, which is like a modern Persona-influenced take on Rhapsody of Blood by the same designer, Jay Isles. Check out the game. There's be a link down below in the description. So yeah, I don't need to explain the concept of this game to anyone watching this, because otherwise, unless you skip to part 4 for some reason, hypothetical viewer in the future, like that would be ridiculous. Go back to part 1. There's some great stuff there. All right, let's kind of like introduce our players and their characters throughout the table, just so we get a sense of like, yeah, who's still here, who then, because we got a new person here. So let's go with our character keeper. Introduce yourself, pronouns, your character, their pronouns, and a cool thing they did last session. So we'll start with you, Ludo.
Hello, I'm playing Nadine Piaget that go by them, and I'm Ludo. I go by Enial. So I'm playing Nadine Piaget, the local professional teacher's pet and amateur social worker that is putting off the responsibilities of their life by throwing themselves in helping those fellow students that are on the risk of escaping to the cracks of society. And the coolest thing that they did last session was when they attacked the searchlights that were creating shadows in some ghostly shadow realm parking lot. And after getting lost in the labyrinth, they found a very dramatic truth about their life and their parental figure.
Yeah, let's unspool that truth when we get there. Up next, Alex, tell us about yourself and your character and the cool thing they did last session.
Yeah, my name's Alex. I use they, them pronouns, and I'm playing Mott, uses these, pronouns. The, like dark red goop person that just wants to be friends with everyone and also figure out some, like, dirty secrets on themselves. It's complicated, but it's always a fun time. I think last session they took down a giant ball of Chris Hemsworth's until it became their friend, and is now gonna chase up on that friend, Joe, who I've yet to assign a covenant to.
Yeah, well, I'll get to that. There's like as many covenants as there are arcana in the tarot, which because there literally are. Yeah, and we'll get to explaining the context of the ball of Chris Hemsworth's. We'll get there. We'll get there. All right. Next is Pocket. Tell us about yourself and your character and a cool thing they did, of which there's no shortage of cool things that they did.
Darn it. I was going to talk about the Chris Hemsworths, the blob of Hemsworths, the Thor of Hemsworths, if you will. Hi, I'm Puckett, he, him. I'm playing a character named Lily Zero, she, her, and she is, in the parlance of our times, a teenage anarchist looking for a revolution. And she is very active in feeding the homeless population in the city and advocating for them, and throwing rocks at vans that, well, abduct them. So, and that's just what she does in the actual real world. When she goes into the other world, well, there she actually has a lot more tools and can do a lot more damage and can do things like driving vans through guard posts and then blowing things up. So she's a food not bombs activist, but also apparently bombs activist.
That's probably quite an unwieldy hashtag, but we can workshop that. And last but not the least, we have a new person here who's going to be joining us in this session and the next. Param, tell us about yourself and a little bit about your character. And I know they weren't here last session, but I'm sure they did some cool things. So you feel free to invent because we don't know any better. It's you're the one telling us about this character. So they did some cool stuff. We have no cause to say otherwise.
Yes, so last time the castle was here, they single-handedly pushed it back for many years. Was that cool enough? No. So, hi, I'm Parham, and I use he and him pronouns, and so does my character, Ido. I still haven't hashed out the whole character because this is the result of a very quick character generation, but the general idea right now is that he is just a politician trying to do good things, but politics has many layers and you can't always do what you want to do and you have to go through lots of hoops. So good intentions. I still haven't figured out the catch like you see with other characters, so it doesn't have that layer of nuance yet. But I'll be sure to add that on as we go with the game and I get some general idea about the world.
Cool. All right. So, well, we can say that Ida would probably single-handedly push a castle, maybe a different castle. Who knows?
Yeah. He did.
we have no cause to believe otherwise. All right. So before we jump in,
totally not lying as a politician, by the way.
No. Politicians, we all know they're stalwarts. They're bastions of truth. They. Why would they ever lie? They serve the public. Of course, they will never lie. That would just be cruel of them.
Yeah, so when I say I single-handedly pushed it back, I mean it. I'm not lying.
Exactly. All right. So before we start, let's talk about safety tools we're using today. First off, we have lines and veils. There's a tab of them in the character keeper for players to refresh themselves. Basically, lines are things that won't be crossed, won't show up in the fiction at all. Like it's just a no-go. Veils are things that can happen in fiction, but we're not going to concentrate on them. Like it happened off screen, or we fast forward over them, or camera's just gonna like pan away, or we cut away to something else. We're also using the X card here. So basically what that means is that if we do run into a scene where folks feel uncomfortable for any reason, then any reason is completely fine. They can say they want to X card that on screen. Like, see some folks here don't have cameras. They can just say out loud. They can interrupt and say they want to X card that, or on the chat or on the roll for your party. There's a button there. I might ask some questions on what element being X carded, but no one gets to question if the card's played. If it's played, we'll pause and rethink things through and roll back and try a different tack. And finally, we have an open door policy, which means that for whatever reason, if folks need to step away from the table, whether there's an emergency you need to take care of, or you're more tired than you thought and you need to take a break, or you just really need to go for whatever reason, people can call a break at any time. Doesn't matter what's happening on the screen. We'll pause the game and make sure that folks taken care of. So, recap of what happened. So basically, our hardy group of heroes kind of semi-accidentally ended up in the metaverse, which is the weird, shadowy idea space where this castle is invading true. They ended up in a ward, which is the term for a area in the dungeon of this doctor they've been investigating, who have been sending out mysterious vans and people in suits to entice homeless people or people in desperate situations to sign up to some sort of plan that kind of like is keeping them someplace, so to speak. And our heroes kind of ended up having to navigate this maze of vans and generic people in suits, the aforementioned Hemsworths. And a lot of stuff happened, basically. As mentioned, Lily destroyed a guard post, and that's when she awoke into her shadow self, beat up a representation of her friend who's missing, and got to talk to the doctor. Well, the doctor taunted her for like a few seconds. Nadine, yes, burst out some floodlights, appealed to a friend for help, got some cryptic advice. Her friend basically said, "You know the place you need to go. You have to surf those vans who are trying to run you over." And Nadine was like, "That's ridiculous." So they didn't follow that. They didn't follow that advice. Ended up meeting kind of like a student who's kind of like the next target of the doctor, or at least a student they've been asked to look after. We'll get to that in a minute. Mott, was kidnapped by these Hemsworths. Ended up talking to a blob made of Hemsworths, and in the inevitable boss fight against the Hemsworths, convinced them to go over the other side and made a bond with them. And Mott is gonna meet them in the mundane world. And our character is not here. AJ ran into a what we're calling other Mott, the Nega Mott. Oh Jesus, that's gonna confuse me. So the Mott's doppelganger, who knows? So that's what kind of happened. So other kind of like things to remind folks. We're kind of starting off here with the assumption that maybe Ido, your character, doesn't know about all this shadowy stuff. That at least the metaverse stuff.
Yeah.
And we're gonna drag you along there by knowing these other these other rebels. So that's kind of like how we're gonna start off.
That's awesome.
Alex suggested we call the other mod not. Hey, that's workshop.
That was clever.
We'll workshop that. So we kind of ended up with everyone getting out of the dungeon and getting like an in to get into the hospital part of the dungeon proper from the blob of Hemsworths, who in the mundane world is a kind of a private security guard working for this doctor, Dr. Boucher. Yeah, there we go, Dr. Boucher. All right. So since we're back in the mundane world, this means that I'm basically I'm gonna rely on y'all to ask for scenes, basically, for what you want to do, what you want to see. We're kind of in between proper investigation. So if there's a point where folks want to hang out with some folks or chase up some leads or whatnot, or want to let their hair down or something, it's all kind of on the table. But to just set that up, maybe I want to ask what do we see of each character in their day to day. So we'll say this is a day after we get out of the dungeon. Just a quick snapshot, and we don't have to follow up on each of these snapshots. What do we kind of see of each character to go about their daily business? If anyone has an idea, feel free to jump in first.
So I think with Ido, so off the screen as we were talking about the characters, one of the bonds I got was with let me keep this character keeper handy because I'm just terrible with names. It was with Lily. Yeah, and the idea with that was that a group of activists were a group of homeless people were attacked on the park. by some police, and I took action on, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. And that probably must have been a month ago. So probably what I would be doing is pushing for like what I want to get out of this is to push for some kind of law to prevent this in the future. So this is like collecting some group of people, and probably what I would be doing is having a public speech about why this is important and why you shouldn't do that. So this would be probably in the park, me saying like, it was right here where, the police started attacking a group of harmless homeless people. That's my idea for a scene frame.
Cool. So that's what Ito's doing. What about our other characters? What are you
I
doing?
have I know when we finished up the last session
Mhm.
that Lily said point blank, "Who's going to explain what the hell just happened to me?" And I think it would have been AJ, but David's not here. So I think, and actually, I think this is even more appropriate than having AJ do it. I think that's probably something that should fall to Nadine, because Nadine was trying to explain it to begin with, and Lily just wasn't understanding it. And now that she's been there, I think she might have a better grasp on, what it was, but she still wants to understand what the hell just happened, what's going on, and who do I need to throw things at? Because I'd like better targeting information than I had last time, because last time it was basically just throw things at everybody who I don't know. So I'd kind of like to sort that out. And that also seems like the sort of thing that Nadine would need to do in her role in assessing me. So.
Yeah, I guess we can get to our scene in our, let's say, our investigation then, where the gang meets, which I guess it will be AJ's diner. So
Yeah, it's got to be the cat. What is it, Aunt Jenny's?
yeah. So I guess it's going to be there, and we see Nadine over a plate of fries explaining it. So basically, it seems to be some kind of shared subconscious or some kind of meta realm, something connected to our world and the threats within, but subject to its own rules. And as you see it yourself, its own sources of power.
Okay.
And
Nadine, could you actually just bear with me for a second?
yeah.
Could you say that in English? Because
So-
it's the collective. What I know about being unconscious is when I drink too much, Nadine.
So, what do you know about your Plato?
Well, yeah, I know there's plates in the kitchen. I guess I can get you another one.
Okay, never mind. Did you saw The Matrix, that old movie?
I think so. I mean, didn't that have Jesus in it? I mean, Keanu Reeves.
Yes, and trans people.
Okay.
No, the thing is about the Matrix is that the machine built this fake world, and there is this real world, and then on the sequels, it deals with the interaction between these worlds and how one is a manifestation of another, and how affecting another allows the control of the other. The point is, that place is, we can think it as an artificial world that has impact on this one and has its own set of rules, and it's someone, the same people that fucked up this world, are trying to use it to harm and exploit people there. And I think there's still much that we don't know about that place. Well, in fact, we know next to nothing.
Okay, so let me say back to you what I think I understand what I think you're saying. Okay, let me just get this. So it's another world, yes?
Yes.
Okay, and there's assholes there that are trying to do bad shit, yes?
Yes, and it's the same type of assholes that are doing bad shit here, apparently.
Okay, and so when we're there, I get like cool weapons and cool clothes and things like that, and we fight them. Okay, so I can throw things at them. That's okay.
Yes, we.
Okay. Are there any cops there?
Are they what?
Are there cops there?
Unfortunately, I think that there are cops there. I think the Emsworths and all other manifestations, they must be in a way the cops of that place.
But it's okay for me to throw things at them.
Well, they don't seem to be real. Really, not really. They seem to be manifestations. So if there is a cop that is worth,
so they're imaginary.
Well, everything is imaginary if you think about it, but yeah, they are imaginary. But just because they are imaginary does not mean that they can hurt you and make real change in the world.
Nadine, you're confusing me. Can I throw things at them or not?
Yes, that's the thing.
Okay,
people are
that's good.
That power, and you can throw things against the people that are abusing it and the manifestations of its power.
Okay, so it's another world, and I can throw things at cops when we go there, and it's okay. So when do we go back?
Once we know where we should go back, because last time things were not going very well because we are not unprepared. Thankfully, we know what the evil doctor wants, and we know the student that they are targeting. Do you know anything about her?
I don't. Was it the woman standing by the van that I threw the bottle at when you and I were trying to investigate, Jack's disappearance? Is that the doctor? Because I mean, if that's the woman that you're talking about, then you know exactly as much about her as I do. I mean,
then we need
I was throwing stuff at stuff.
We need to correct that before we can go in. Otherwise, we'll be going blind. And this time, they are expecting us.
So I should bring more things to throw?
That is always useful.
Okay. So if we're trying to learn stuff about them, I mean, they seem to be going after the homeless people, and I know a lot of them. So I mean, maybe we could do something that way or learn something that way.
Find people that have been missing and beat the trail. Yes, and we have a clue. We have the weird motel where this student has been staying. We can start there, and I think there are a few homeless that are there. People that are working 2 jobs, but they are still below the poverty line.
Right.
Those are the ones that they are preying on.
Well, I think I told you this last time, but nobody pays any attention to the homeless people I know. So, I mean, they're basically invisible and they see and hear a lot. But I mean, if they're already missing, then we can't really do anything, right? I mean, isn't it one of those things where we might need to talk to a couple of people and see if we could get them to volunteer? And then maybe we get the information that way, or maybe, I can volunteer. I mean, I know the community. I can blend in.
That's a good idea, but I'm afraid that if people are missing, they will be afraid of people that they don't know. Well, they know you, so
yeah,
that should not be an issue.
Well, do you want to check out that motel together, or do you want to split up and do it that way? Or
I think we can.
What do you think the thing to do is here? I mean, I'm good at throwing stuff, Nadine. I mean, you're a lot better at planning stuff. I mean, you tell me something needs to have something thrown at it. I got you. But figuring the rest of the stuff out, not quite my thing. I mean, I can ask questions and everything, but my plans usually extend only as far as finding something to pick up and chuck at something else.
Yeah.
I just kind of act. I react and I act.
Yes. Also, if we find more details about the place, maybe I can check online, who has been cashing in the bills and if someone stepped in to pay for the people that have been disappear, helping them the rent and whatnot. And then we can follow the money and we can follow whatever is behind this.
All right. So I'll tell you what. You lead on, and I'll back you up. I mean, I'm investigation's not so much. I'm pretty good at I'm more of a fighter, not a lover. So I'll just kind of stand there and all 5'2" of me will look just mean and tough. And if anybody tries to do anything, then I'll just put them on their back before they know what's going on and put my foot on their throat and say, stay.
Yeah, I will not.
And then you can do whatever you need to do. And it'll be even better because you'll have like this tiny little girl like intimidating the hell out of these dudes and just like knocking them over. And you can say, if you don't want that to happen to you, you'd better start talking.
I will not have it any other way. I'm thankful to have you as my bodyguard.
All right, let's go get you some information then.
Let's check in at the motel.
All right, let's cut away from there and to Mott. So, Mott, made a new friend. Had inklings of another self running about. What are you up to?
Well, I was just planning a short vignette of Mutt, the phoneless, trying to figure out how to contact the new, Chris Hemsworth blob friend. Joe? They called Joe? I think they were called Joe.
Yeah. There was a point where the Hemsworth blob faded, not faded away, but kind of broke apart, and they saw what they would look like. She was that person near the van that Lily was quite intimidating to. I think, yeah, you don't have a phone. Just to get things closer to where people are. Probably Joe finds you instead, or maybe you run into each other by happenstance, so to speak, at the park where a speech is going on at the moment in the background, something like that. How's that sound?
Ah, nice. I like it.
Yeah. So I think maybe, I don't know. Just to frame this, maybe maybe you're sitting at the park, probably not even paying attention to speech, and where's Joe? Where's and I think if you don't mind, I'll pick Joe's Covenant.
Oh yes, please. I'm having a lot of trouble.
Ooh, I think. I thought I had it picked, but then I just realized no, that doesn't make sense. Let me see. At their worst, they're not manipulative. I'm looking at it. There's at their best and at their worst for each covenant. Ooh, okay. Oh, because at their worst supports the structures of society without recognizing instances of harm. Yeah, I think they're justice. Or the hermit. Ooh, let me look at the hermit. Disdain. As user isolation. Hermits. All right, but I think in this game, as it's defined, because each covenant has their at their best and at their worst. I think we saw Joe at their worst, and they're trusting of structures of society for sure. So yes, they're justice. Yeah, I think you're sitting at the park bench listening to this. I'm going to say eloquent speech. I don't know. Ito's probably eloquent. Who knows?
I mean, he single-handedly pushed the castle back in.
He did. Even though he has no
without even knowing that the Shadow Realm exists, that's some feat. Yeah.
Yeah, it's some
That's super impressive.
He just talked eloquently to it and it was pushed back. That's how eloquent it is. Like, so eloquent.
I was thinking about striking, but I listened to your speech and was like, nah, I can't touch that. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
get out of here.
So I'll I'll just go bother someone else.
Yeah, so I think you're sitting at the park bench and you feel someone kind of like sit on the bench with you, kind of like a big flump and a sigh. And if you turn, you see, yeah, it's that person you met in the Shadow Dungeon. Except she's not wearing a suit today. I think she's just wearing like a hoodie and some jeans. She's still got the sunglasses on, and I think I described her as having like a blonde ponytail. Yeah, I think it's probably like late 20s, early 30s ish. Yeah. So there's
Make me see Mott look up from the phone book as he was like frantically flipping through to find every reference of Joe.
just Joe.
Just Joe. I had no other information to go on. We introduced ourselves and was like, yeah, let's be friends. Okay, see ya.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I think they look up. She looks up and kind of like, wait, Mott, right? Is that you?
Oh, Joe, I've been looking for you. It's nice to see you.
Yeah, same. It's just, I think she looks around like where we are, and it's like, I didn't, of all the places, I didn't expect to like see you so soon. We didn't really like make it easy for ourselves to follow up on each other.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a phone, so I mean that really doesn't help.
Oh,
I just kind of wander everywhere, and I figured I'd see you around, and it kind of worked.
yeah, I kinda. She's wearing sunglasses, so you can't see her eyes, but like she raised an eyebrow. It's like, yeah, I really didn't expect that. I don't know if I said it properly, but thanks for like, I don't know. Everyone, your friends were well in their right to beat the shit out of me there, but you didn't. Stepped in and yeah, thanks for that.
Oh, no worries. I mean, I like my friends, but they really like violence, and it's, I figured maybe like we could tone it down a little. So glad it worked out.
Yeah, well, let's be honest. The state we had met, I'm not surprised they went for violence. Even like, even here where we are, I wouldn't be surprised if they reacted with violence, given what I've been doing.
I kind of react with violence to everything. I wouldn't like take it personally.
Well, I mean, it's not the most insane response to what's happening. You know who I work for.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of unknowns in the picture, though. Like, we have no idea what's going on. Me, most of all people.
What do you think? What do you think's happening?
You mean with the other me that I saw, or the doctor?
I don't know about the other you, but yeah, the doctor, Dr. Christine Boucher.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we know that the good doctor is taking homeless people and running unethical experiments. And yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's kind of like the most what people know. even people who work on my level. And I wish I could say more, but we've both been in the metaverse, so things get weird. She kind of has her ways of like making sure whoever who works with her stays compliant. And she takes off her sunglasses, and you can see that her iris is like this deep maroon red. It's like a swirling circle of red, and it is
Oh
moving.
my goodness.
Yeah, she puts her sunglasses back on. Yeah, well, none of us read the fine print when we signed up for this. But not that we had a choice. It was like, I work for a private firm. They signed up for this, and doctors paying quite a bit. I don't know how she's in deep with some sort of stuff.
How do you do that? How do you have that much control over the place?
You're gonna have to ask her. And well, the thing is, I'm not even like, I don't even know how much I can say right now without getting away with it. Like I'm still on duty. I'm meant to be doing something here right now. And she kind of gestures towards where the speech is happening. And here's me triggering your hangout move with Justice. So, when you spend time with Justice, you can help them talk through the details of their current case or sit in a meeting with community members. This is going to be the former. She's on a case or she's on a job. And she's going to, yeah, and here's what she says. Like, yeah. So you already know about the whole homeless stuff. Well, that guy there, he's a politician. You might know him. He's getting a lot of buzz lately about what politicians say. So stamp out crime, stamp out homelessness and whatnot. Well, I'm kind of here to like see if he is gonna be like he's just another blowhard, or if he is up to snuff.
Oh, right. And if he is up to snuff, are you gonna snuff that out?
I think she kind of like she realizes what you're saying and says, I really hope not. I'm not sure. I really wish I wasn't here doing it, but I don't know what's gonna happen if I don't do what I'm meant to be doing. But I really don't want to be doing this.
Yeah. I mean, if it helps, we could like try and protect him if it does come to that.
Okay. Well, the thing is, I need like some stuff about him to like bring back, stuff that they know is correct. But I don't know. I seem even though I'm pressed down, I think it'll be obvious what I'm trying to do. I know I shouldn't be asking for favors after what you did for me in the other space, but maybe you talk to him and then tell me what he's like.
Oh yeah, sure. I can do that. I don't think I've ever talked to a politician before, but
Well,
I'm always down for trying new things.
yeah, and look, if you can talk to whatever the hell I was, I think you can talk to some guy.
Yeah. That politician's got nothing on a bowl of Chris Hemsworth's.
Yeah, Chuck laughs at that. And yeah, I think we'll come to you going towards Ido. Do you have like a snippet of what you're saying? Can we hear like a snippet of what you're saying, Ido, as Mott comes up to you?
Yeah, I was thinking about that as I was waiting. Um, so yeah, I guess as you're walking up to where Ido is talking, you hear like this snippet near the end of the speech, and then he's like, and not only the police, but now there are rumors that some of these homeless people are being led away and they never return. We, as people of the city, have a responsibility to know and understand what is happening and to do the best in our ability to stop it. I'm right now at work with Lieutenant uh, Lieutenant who? Do we don't really have an NPC who is in the police force, do we?
No, not right now.
Just conjure one up.
Yeah. Pierre. I don't know.
Okay, that's great. I'm already in touch with Lieutenant Pierre, and we are coming up with a very stringent plan to put a stop to this and figure out what is happening to the people of this city. Thank you for any kind of cooperation you can do. If you know more about this situation, please reach out to me directly. Um, there are people at the back wearing blue uniforms. You can approach them and ask them for my business card. I will be available 24/7 to be reached about this. Please don't hold anything back. Thank you. And there's like this, I guess, half-hearted clap, like what? And flashes.
Yeah, there's not really a move for, for like speech making, so that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, if you want the response to be a half-hearted clap, that's up to you.
I mean, what can you say?
Well, yeah. So yeah, I think yeah, sort of yeah. Oh, it's some dude making promises. Okay, and maybe some folks kind of just leave. Some folks, just talk around with the uniform. There's a moment where like some of the folks ask you a question or two, but yeah, I think this magician Sido's up to you.
So, Mutt, do you know what your name was before?
I don't.
Do you?
I have no idea what Not's name was.
Do you? What do you want it to be?
Oh goodness.
So my plan is to actually recognize you because you still have the general form, right?
Yeah, look exactly the same, but with like red markings. Unless the original me also has red markings. I don't fucking know.
Yeah. The original you had red markings? What? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Oh no, I have no idea if the original me had red markings or not.
So do you have any ideas on what your name was?
Oh, let's go for Arthur.
Okay. Did you? Are we going to go for he, him, they, them?
Let's go for. I've used Viva. I've not used Viva.
Okay. So it's Arthur. So okay. So when you come up to me, I look visibly surprised. I'm like, Arthur, what's with all the weird tattoos? Hi, nice to see you here.
What? Hello, Mr. Politician? Who?
Wait, are you okay? Wait, there's actually this place close by where we can sit down and have a chat. You don't seem okay. Do you want to go sit down somewhere and have a chat instead of here in front of? And I look around at like all these people.
I mean, yeah, that'd be great. Absolutely. Sure.
Okay, sure. Let's go. And then I just wave at the people as we pass them. The face of the public politician of the people, and then we go to this coffee place. I don't know what it's called. Let's call it. I don't know. Zizzy's Corner.
I think on the way there we see Mott give like a thumbs up with a very confused face towards Joe.
Joe gives a thumbs up in return.
So okay. What can I get you? Do you want coffee? Do you want tea? What are you going for?
Sure, let's go for the first one.
The coffee.
Yes.
Do you what kind of coffee do you want?
The regular kind.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so I just motion the waitress over and say, okay, I'm going to go for a latte, and Arthur is going for just black coffee, I guess, the regular coffee.
Yeah.
Looks a bit confused, I guess. Then walks away, and then I'm like, so where were you these past few months? I kept looking for you, but I couldn't really find you.
So this might sound really weird, but I don't think I've met you before.
So you're very, you look exactly the same as someone I knew.
Wait. Hold on. Who do I look like?
Wait, I'm not saying anything about this if you're not the person I think you are.
No, but I'm looking for them. I need to know.
I'm not giving you any information until I know how this, like what you're talking about. And at this point I just look very defensive, like politicians.
So I look exactly like this person.
Okay.
Surely we can't be unrelated, right? I need to find them to figure out what's going on and why I look like this.
So you don't wait. Can you tell me before the coffee arrives what it looks like?
What looks like?
The coffee? What does it look like?
It's a liquid in a cup
Okay,
that people drink. It's... Oh, man. Green?
Okay, this is very strange. Where are you from? What have you lost your memory? Have you had like a head injury or something? What is this? Do I need to call someone to come pick you up?
No, I've got all my memory from like a couple of months back. I'm pretty sure that's all of it.
So you don't remember anything before 2 months back?
I don't think there was anything before 2 months back.
So you got born as a fully formed person with weird tattoos. Sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
except like I looked like someone, right? And that's why I need to know.
well, what? This is not making any sense. Oh, okay, is this like a prank movie or something? How can you explain this? This is not making any sense.
Okay. So a couple of months ago, I was born into this world looking like this Arthur. And I have been trying to figure out who they are and why I look like this. And so if I knew where they were or how to find them, that would be really, really helpful.
How were you born into this world? Like, were you born from some other world, or what do you mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I am going to.
Look, you want to know about the homeless people, right? I know a little bit about them, not too much more than what you know, but I mean, it could help. If you if you want to let me know about this Arthur, I'm sure we could both come away from this really happy.
Okay, I want to call. I'm going to call, like, I'm going to call Arthur and at least check with him if he's okay with me sending someone that looks exactly the same and like showing up out of the blue. I don't think it's proper for me to put you in touch, and then that way, if you're in any trouble, it's his problem and not my problem.
So you call Arthur. It rings and rings and rings and goes to voicemail.
Okay, so I need to get back to you on this. I'm
It's
afraid.
really important. Could it?
Well,
Like-
why didn't you just give me your phone number and I can call you?
I don't have a phone.
What do you
Wait, does Arthur not have a phone too? Do
Oh.
we both not have phones?
Wait,
Is that
so
why?
you were born into this world with clothes but not phones? Like,
I mean, yeah, they're like part of me.
what the oh, okay. Okay, give me. Okay, what about we meet tomorrow at the park again? And then
Okay.
I'm going to figure out, like, because I know where Arthur lives, and I can at least show up at the place and see what's going on, and talk to, I don't know, talk to the family or something and see if everything is okay. I can just send you their way.
I mean, could I tag along maybe? You know?
I mean, how would you feel? I mean, if you can imagine yourself, considering that you're 2 months old, like if
Yep.
someone just came up to you looking exactly the same as you or your child or something, and then said, "Hey, where is this person?"
I would be ecstatic. That's like my life goal.
You are very weird. Okay, fine. You can
Oh.
tag along.
Also, I had one more question. Are you
Mhm.
up to snuff when it comes to homeless people in the area? A friend wanted to know.
What does that even mean? Like what is what is considered as snuff?
Good question. What did they say? I'm sure they said something else. I can't remember. Should I put that as a maybe?
What?
Should I just put that down as a maybe?
No, I'm genuinely trying to figure out what's happening to these people and stop it, because someone I don't quite know, who has a lot of influence, and I don't even know who this is randomly picking people off the streets. And like I've been approached by their families, and they, like, these people disappear and never come back. And I think you agree that that's not, well, to put it in normal everyday terms, cool.
Yes, I'm on board with this. Not the bad stuff, but the stopping it. Yes, absolutely.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Since Ido, technically Mott or Mato here is one of your covenants. Would you call this hanging out with your covenant of yours? Because this is going to trigger a move if you say yes.
Yeah. I mean, technically, I'm hanging out with Arthur.
All right. So here's the hangout move for Death. When you hang out with Death, they can ask you one of these questions. What's your biggest regret? Who do you wish wasn't in your life? Or what's your biggest worry about the future? You don't have to answer honestly, but both of you will know if you lie.
Okay.
But it's Mott who gets to ask one of these 3 questions.
Oh, nice. Feels like we're talking about the future, so I'll go with that. So
What are you worried about? What's your biggest worry?
What are you worried about the future?
So I got involved in this whole homeless people situation because it looked awful and looked like an easy fix that I could just make the world a better place. And then it ended up being this hydra that I don't even know where it starts and where it ends. And I don't want to fail because I think I have big goals for my career, and I think like failure here will make it fizzle very early, and this is the truth.
Man, politics is weird. But yeah, don't worry. We can help with the homeless thing.
I mean,
We've got this.
as soon as in this for our own gain, kind of, but I mean, if you can do one more thing as you're doing this all for yourself, it's still much better than 90% of them. So,
heck yeah.
All right. So hangout move triggered. Now we need to roll another move called check in, which is you're gonna be rolling this Edo when you hang out with one of your covenants. You trigger a hangout move and then check against contamination. Is it all right if someone else rolls for you, Parms? It sounds like you have problems with it.
I've written an application that I can use for rollings.
Okay, cool.
Does the rolling thing? Is this a check?
Yes.
So higher of. Okay.
Check against contamination, which has 2 marks on it because of the roll you picked, which is traitor. So you're gonna roll 2d6 and see how many of those dice are over 2.
1 is
cool. So on a weak hit, it's fine. It's a hit, so you're gonna set it to 1. But since you already have 1 there, your rank goes up by 2. So what that means is that there are some moves associated with death. I'll shout them out when I can. But when you roll with death, it's gonna be a +2.
Okay.
So yeah, you're all good. Okay, let's take another 5-minute break, and then we'll cut to Nadine and Lily, their journeys, because we've been here for another hour. So let's take 5, and then we'll do that, and then we'll resolve the whole justice thing with Joe. Justice with Joe. It's coming to Netflix soon. All right. Okay. 5 minutes. Okay.
Okay.
There's no to be told. I need them mask. I'm a shapeshifter at this masquerade. Heart in both face and mind, free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide. I can't tell you how to see me. Just a cage of bones. There's nothing inside. Will it always be burning down the walls? Is there a way for me to break? I'm a shapeshifter at post masquerade. Heart in both face and mind, all free for you to draw. I'm a shapeshifter find it from me. That's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a truth. It's telling words that to be told. I need them mask. I'm a sharpshooter at first masquerade, hard in both face and mind, free for you to draw. I'm a sharpshooter, chained down to my core. Please don't take off my mask, my place to hide.
Sure, if I mentioned I was giving a thumbs up to the chat, but the video, the live feed is just gonna get me randomly giving a thumbs up for no reason. Maybe giving a thumbs up to the music. Who knows? No, it's great music. All right. So Nadine and Lily, you're off on your own adventure.
So the obvious question is: does this trigger already rebelize, or
Well, the thing is, well, you need to size up for yourself a person or a situation. Like, where are the two of you? Let's establish where you are first.
so we are on this motto where the student whose name I forgot, Sherry McLaurin, where she was living with her family after losing their home. So
Oh
they
yeah.
stayed on this motto. So we went there to start looking for some clues.
Okay, so I think when you get to this motel, and I mean, it's all right. It's no Airbnb sort of flat, but it's like it's like a travel lodge. Um, it's fine, but faded carpets, stained walls. The most room service you'll get there is a vending machine, and pay pay a couple quid to access the Wi-Fi every day. Well, no, you have to pay per day. It's that sort of thing. Um, whew. I think when you're looking, or when you just go into the motel, and yeah, there's just like a grubby receptionist there. Do you say you're looking for Sherry?
Yeah, I guess there's no sense in hiding it.
I think there's a receptionist who's like a bored-looking young adult in a hoodie. He says he's wearing a baseball cap with the whatever baseball team of this city is, the the Gators. There we go. He just kind of looks up from his iPad and says, "Who are you? You want to talk to one of the tenants?"
Yes, I am with the school that Miss McLaughlin is at, and as per the terms of her scholarship, we must check on her regularly to see if she has been doing the required work for those terms. And one of
Huh.
those requirements is to have a stable residence.
Wow. This Sherry McLaughlin must be important to your school, since you're like the second person they've sent over to check up on them.
Second person, when was
Yeah,
that?
a Dr. Christine Boucher is already here.
A doctor, you say?
Yeah.
Say that they are associated with the Bordeaux Academy.
Yeah.
Well, interesting. I'm not associated with the medical staff. I came here in representative of the educational board. So
Ugh,
can
whatever
I?
you fancy pants people are warring over grants or whatever. I don't give a shit. McLaughlin's at room. Then he says a room in 249B. There we go. Yeah, you probably run into the doctor there. Whatever. I think his eyes just kind of glaze over as soon as he said that, and he's back to his iPad.
Thank you very much. Come along, Lily.
I start looking for things that I can pick up. Anything like sticks or rocks or bottles or.
He sees you and he raises an eyebrow. The man behind the receptionist desk and says, "There better not be any." Actually, you know, I don't give a shit. And he looks down again.
That's
There's
good. Continue not giving a shit.
Yeah. There's a vase. There's a vase.
What the hell? How big is it?
Let's see.
Is it something I can carry in one hand, or do I need two?
Oh yeah, you can carry it in one hand, I'd say.
I'm just gonna kind of surreptitiously snag the vase on our way out of the motel lobby. Are there flowers in it, water, anything like that?
Yeah. There's some very nice lilies on it. In it.
Oh, what a shame! I dump them out.
All right. All right. So the two of you walk over to the motel room, equipped with vase, and yeah, I think the door is closed, but you can hear kind of like voices, muffled, kind of, because if you want to hear it, it's gonna be a bit of a roll. But yeah, there's voices behind the door. What do y'all do?
Well, I guess there's no sense in hide before Lily throws the vase through the door, so I just knocked in.
Please, I could throw a vase through a door. That'd just waste it. Through a window, on the other hand.
You hear a voice, and it's a familiar voice to you, Nadine. You heard it in the dungeon yesterday. Your voice go, who is it?
I'm here in behalf of the Bordeaux Academy and Miss McLaughlin. There is important information pertaining your status in our academy that must be addressed urgently. So I was sent to handle the boring bureaucracy to assure that you get the help you need as soon as possible.
You hear a deep sigh, and you hear a voice again go, hold on. And locks, get unturned, door opens, and yeah, how I describe, sure, I keep forgetting how to describe. Oh yeah, bit small. They're still wearing that beanie, I think brunette hair coming out of there. Dark bags under their eyes. And they see you, the two of you, and they're like, they're wearing like some sort of, oh yeah, I described them as wearing a coat that's a size or two bigger than when they should be wearing. No, I'm pretty sure that's what they were wearing, and they were wearing a skirt. I described that last time as well. Skirt and a coat it's a size too big for them. Look at the two of you, and there's like a moment where Sherry peers at you, Nadine, and just like, wait, have I met? Oh yeah, I think they say, do I know you?
You might have seen me when I was a student back in the school.
So they're sending a student to check up on me?
Well, former student. I work with Richard Boucher.
Oh.
He is interested in your case, and he is doing everything that he can to the social services to assist you and ensure that you have a place at the academy and the means to continue studying there.
He's really not giving up on me, huh?
That's his biggest flaw. He does not know how to give up on anyone.
You hear a sharp laugh from behind the door, from further inside the room. Clearly, someone else is listening in. I think Sherry hears that and is like, um, is this gonna take long? Do you two need to come in? Who are you? She asks Lily.
Oh, I'm another one of the cases that he's taken a special interest in. That's why Nadine brought me along. She thought that I might be able to kind of tell you my experiences with it, and
Indeed,
just
I need
read
to
it through.
find the paperwork for both of you, so I figured it would be easier if I did them together.
I think Sherry kind of like looks back behind them and turns like, okay, all right. It's a bit tight in here, and they let you in, and yeah, it is basically just a travel lodge like hotel room. There's like two. There's one double size and one single bed. There is like one chair. There's a TV. There's a table. The table is situated kind of like in between the two beds, and the chairs kind of like wedged in, just to be like, oh, there's no other extra chairs, so you're gonna have to sit around the bed to be doing stuff on the table. There's like clothes everywhere. There's like just some unpacked bags. And door to the toilet is partially open. The window, the blinds have been drawn, and there's a woman sitting on the lone chair. Actually, no, she's sitting on the bed. I described her as looking like porcelain, if I remember correctly. She looks like a statue, and you can't tell how she can move. Her hair is kind of like done up in like a bun. It's all in place, like I think dark hair. And I think she's just wearing like, she looks casual. Just like, it's not like she's in business mode, but like she doesn't look like, she's not wrapped up in a suit or anything. It's more like just a looks like she's just thrown a coat out and she's wearing like this, like, just, I don't know how to pronounce casual. She's wearing slacks, I know for that. For sure. And just like yeah, Crocs. Yes, she's wearing Crocs, the most evil of footwear. Um, yeah, I was imagining her as wearing some sort of sweater vest combo. Honestly, she looks like she looks like an academic, and I think she raises an eyebrow when the two of you kind of come in, and she says, "Did I hear that right? Friends of Richard's from the academy?"
I will say that friend is not enough to cover it, but yeah.
And I would say that in my case, that, well, friend isn't the right word to use. He's just a dude who bugs me and like just tries to get me to enroll. So, I mean, I that's hardly a friend.
Oh, so, well, now I'm curious. Why say no to Richard? I'm sure he's put forward a very convincing case every now and then.
Look at me. Do I seem like the person who's going to just jump into something like that? Who's just going to say, sure, let me go to your ritzy private academy. That sounds like a blast.
Well, I'm not one to judge on first impressions, but I do know if someone like Richard Boucher has taken interest in someone else, he must see something in them.
Professor Boucher has an eye for students with potential and is aware of the fact that their financial status is no impediment for what they can do for the community and the academy.
Ever the altruist, that Richard.
And by the way, who the fuck are you? And why are you asking us questions?
Well, I can't ask questions when some strangers who barely know my niece come in and start asking them questions. And I think
She's
they
trying to
kept,
check up on the academy. And niece? Wow.
and I think Sherry kind of like nods, nods when Dr. Boucher says like my niece, and but then like I think Dr. Boucher is like niece or well, we're related. As far as I'm concerned, I have more reason to be here than, well, not to say that Dr. Boulet's altruism shouldn't be just waved off. But
I mean, whatever. We're not the ones having a problem keeping our story straight. And I just look at her.
yeah, she looks at you with just this like serene sort of calm, as if like she's not giving anything away.
I want to roll Rebel Eyes.
Heck yeah. Roll a check against heat.
Give me 2 seconds here because I got to pull up the roll for your party link. And so I'm just rolling 3 dice, or 2 dice, correct?
Yes.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
What you got?
What's my heat at? Well, you said roll against heat?
Yeah, check against heat. So what that means is that you are going to count how many dice go over your heat, and you have 1 heat.
Well, I rolled a 3 and a 1. So
Okay.
I tied on one and beat it on the other.
All right, so that's a weak hit. So that means you're going to get 1 hold, and you can ask a question. You have 4 questions, and you can spend a hold to ask one of the following as you interact with the person or situation. I will say, if you're watching the vassal themselves, and this is the vassal, this is the evil doctor, you can spend 1 hold to turn an attuned token retrieved from their castle into a key to their heart.
Sorry, what does this even mean?
That's a very good question, Param.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah. Basically, you cannot fight the vassal themselves in the castle unless you have a key to their heart. That's what that means. The photograph that Nadine got from last session that was very clear that you should have and attune to, that is a potential key to their heart.
But like, how do you turn the token into the key to their like how does this work in story terms? Like, do you just show it to them and say like, hey, what do you think about this? Or
well, that's the thing. I think we can paint that ourselves because it is just like it is as we define the fiction. So what this means is that like, yeah, it could be that, or maybe you spend that hold to find out something about your damn it. Sorry, the chat is kind of trying to kill me. Or you can spend that hold in fiction. Maybe you learn more about the vassal as you're talking to them.
okay.
This could mean as well, like you might not even have to talking to them. It just says if you're watching the vassal themselves.
Yeah.
All right, so I can spend that hold to get to turn the token into a key to their heart.
Yes, and we can say that Ludo maybe or Nadine showed you the picture that she got. They got from the dungeon.
All right,
which is a picture of Christine, of the Dr. Christine, and Professor Richard.
Well, clearly that seems like the thing that should be done, so I will do that. I mean, it seems like we're going to need that key to our heart, so. And we're here, and we've got the hold.
Yeah. Yeah. So what does that? So what do you say when you like? What do you say to Dr. Christine? Let's keep this interaction going.
I don't think I like you very much.
Well, I'm not here to suffer the opinions of people I barely know.
That's fair. But I barely know you, and you're insufferable.
Well, that's your opinion to make.
Ah,
I'm
well,
not here.
that's just like your opinion, man. Are you seriously quoting the Big Lebowski at me? I mean, what the hell?
No, it's just that I don't particularly care to try and change your opinion. As far as I'm concerned, you're some person.
Mm.
Some person that I probably won't care to know or remember in the next few hours, minutes even.
I tell you what. How about we change that? And I chuck the vase at her.
Oh wow! All right. This should be a move because there needs to
Isn't
be
it?
some. Yeah, you're making a stand. This is what you're doing. You're
I
standing
am
up.
indeed placing myself in the way of someone more powerful.
Exactly. Check against infamy.
All right, let's see what my infamy is. I mean, you'd think by now it'd be okay. It says infamy +1.
Oh, is that what you
Or
have?
no, that's on Ido.
Yeah, it's
no, my
Ido,
infamy
yeah.
is just 1. Sorry. All righty, so let's see what we got here. That is a 5 and a 4.
Nice. So on a strong hit, choose 2.
They don't cause me problems, and they can't dismiss what I say.
Okay, so I think the vase. Were you aiming for any body part in particular?
Why would you throw any vase at someone if you're not aiming at their head?
Okay, you knock her unconscious. You're throwing a vase at a person, so.
Hey, that deal severe damage. What the hell, you? Don't
So?
want to murder her. We cannot
I mean-
get answers if she's dead or brain damage.
Look, what did you want me to do? I mean,
We needed to know what the castle is giving her.
well, you can say thank you because now you can tie her up. You know, now we can take her someplace where she doesn't know where she is, where she's disoriented, and you can actually question her. And, you know, you can just like do whatever you need to do now. I mean, restraint.
Golden question.
I mean, it's
Golden question. What is Harry McLaughlin's reaction to this?
Their hand is covered in their mouth, and once Lily starts talking about tying her up, they go, "Excuse me, what? Who are you people again?"
hey, I've already thrown one vase. Don't make me find something to throw at you or hit you with because there's a telephone right there.
No! Shut up!
There's
Shut up!
a phone right there. I mean, I've already knocked one person out. I will happily make it 2.
Fine.
So
well, then you
shut
have
up.
to make 3 because that's. Come on, we came here for her, not to break porcelain on her head. Come on.
It's just a vase. I mean, it broke. Her
Not
obviously
a
her head's fine.
Have you
Probably.
not seen what happens to the football players?
Listen, just tie her up.
No,
Ask your questions.
no, I'm not letting you do that.
I have just about had it with you. I don't know you. I don't care about you. And I am starting to dislike you. And you saw what happened when I started to dislike her. Shut it.
Hey, can I throw up an X here? I'm not too comfortable with the threats of violence towards
No.
Sherry.
This is
Okay.
going a bit too much.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, violence against innocence is one of my big veils, so let's go back this.
Sure.
part.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go back to. We're not gonna do away the vase throwing. Dr. Boucher is unconscious there. Sherry's a bit freaked out that two strangers who they don't know
Okay.
have just come in and knocked their aunt unconscious. As far as you know, as far as they know, they're having a chat here.
Sure. So listen. She may be your aunt, but she's also responsible for kidnapping a large number of homeless people in the area.
Your aunt has hurt a lot of people, and we need to know more. Can we please go somewhere else and talk? We need to know everything that has been happening around your family, because we suspect that you might be in danger, and a lot of people that you may or not know also might be in danger.
Let me double check something. Let me see what covenants y'all have. Because I'm not sure exactly. This is a roll for sure.
The Empress can support.
Sorry, say that again.
The Empress can support as part of the city move.
Oh yeah. Oh, let me see the Empress City move. Let's see. You spend a few hours tending to someone. No, I think that Empress City move is for tending to other PCs. I think I'm gonna make one of you roll make a stand again.
Okay. Do you want me to do that since I'm kind of the person, the instigator of it?
Yeah.
All right. One and a 4, so that's a weak hit.
Okay. So on a weak hit, you just choose one.
Ludo, I'm thinking that she can't dismiss what we're saying. Does that seem reasonable to you?
I think it makes sense that probably resonates true to her that there's clearly something weird going on with her
Yeah.
aunt, but she could not really place exactly what.
Yeah, like so something's been kind of nagging at them and bugging them as well, but they just couldn't put their finger on it.
That makes sense. And I think, I think they just kind of like they look really conflicted, and I think they're gonna ask, "What are you gonna do with her?"
We just need to talk. Well, Nadine needs to talk. I mean, you probably figured out I'm not so good at the whole talking thing.
Well, do me a favor, Lily. Can you check the doctor's wallet to see if she has a photograph there? Just like the other one.
Okay. Sherry, is that okay with you that we kind of look around a little bit?
Yeah, but please make it quick.
Sure. So I start rustling through the wallet. Like, did she bring a purse with her or a bag or anything? Or
Yeah, I think she has like a side bag. That's her knapsack.
Sure. Sherry, does she have anything else here, like a briefcase or anything, or just this?
No, that's all she brings. She tries not to bring work when she comes around. But
she came by bus or cab, or did she drive here?
Maybe. I think. So tell me exactly, out of character, what are you exactly looking for?
I'm looking for any information we can find that will be useful to us. If she came in a car, there might be something in the car. Since Sherry just said she didn't bring work with her into the room. So if she drove, there may be more information or evidence or stuff that we can look through in a car.
I think you kind of like find some car keys, and I think what also you'll find as well, looking through, is like, you go to her wallet, and there is definitely like a picture there. Does
it match the one we found in the castle?
Absolutely. And I think when you actually find that picture, something weird happens. Obviously, Nadine doesn't bring around a frame photograph around them wherever they go, but they're wearing that really stylish coat, and there's like a pulse. There's like just a weird sort of energy pulse when you find the photograph in Dr. Boucher's bag, and you send in that pulse kind of center there. Almost like in response, another pulse kind of comes from like your coat pocket, Nadine, and you find oh shit, there's a picture frame there, and I think there's a pulse coming from the two photographs, as if like it's telling you to like put them together and whatnot. And this is kind of like in fiction, it's like I'm justifying you turning this token into a castle shard. So I think what happens is like it almost kind of like pulses and pulses until you feel something like just this energy wash over the two of you. Doesn't wash over Sherry. And I think you both get notifications on your phone. And if you look at it, notifications coming from the Meta app, the Metaverse app. And it just says, new subject found.
Nadine, what does that notification mean?
Don't click anything. I did that, and it was bad.
Is that how I got dragged into all this mess?
I will not confirm or deny that.
It is. Okay, you and I are going to have words, but not right now. We're going to have words later. Your response. I am very, very angry with you right now, and you are lucky that I don't have something to throw.
Good. If we're going to talk, it has to be in a place without vases.
But you didn't actually tell me what this notification means.
It means that we probably unlocked a new part of the castle. We can attack the doctor on the castle, it seems.
So wait, our princess is actually in that castle? Is that what you're telling me?
Well, maybe not. Maybe it's only the second world, but we can try.
This is all confusing.
Yeah, what? What's happening?
Nadine, you try to explain it to her. I can't.
You know those augmented reality games? It's something like that. It just picked the signals of, of there's a rare point here.
Okay. Okay. And they just kind of shrug at the two of you. I think at the time, let's cut from there to I think I figured out a way to bring Ido to the metaverse, but we'll come back to him in a minute. Let's cut to Mott, because I want to clear up your thing with Joe.
Oh, yeah, I never got back to it.
Wait, I think Ido and Mott were going to Arthur's place. Does Mott want to go see Joe and say, like, be back in a minute or something? Or is it, like...
Yeah, I think I'll like, oh, actually, while you're finishing up your coffee, I'll just, run, say bye to someone. They're waiting for me. Okay, see ya. Then just run up and be like, okay, so he's actually, like, super into the whole stopping the homeless disappearing thing. I think there was political motivations in it, but he's, like, really sincere. He didn't know if he was up to snuff, but, I mean, I figured it was probably, like, a solid maybe.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that's enough to work with. I can spin some bullshit for the doctor. Okay, cool. All right, so let me read out the hangout move for Justice. When you spend time with Justice, help them talk through the details of their case. You just did that. Pick one to learn about: the vassal's current activities, a potential new covenant, or a threat to another rebel's role.
Oh man. I mean, we already know what the vessel's doing. They're unconscious in a motel.
Well, that's what she's immediately doing. Is like you don't know what her actual activities are at the moment.
True. I feel like that's what Joe would most likely know about. So let's go for that one. Other than being unconscious in a motel, what are the vessel's current activities?
Other than being
Activities.
yeah, Mott says that, and Joe's like, "What? How do you know?" Okay, no. All right. So I think, so you say all that to Joe, and Joe's kind of like, "Thanks, I can spend some bullshit at that." Yeah, she's. I don't know what's up with the doctor lately, but it feels like she's used to be that. Her program. It's easy enough to sell to people who have a lot of problems. It's easy to make them sign up for that sort of thing. But she's looking to expand. There's a point where this whole system is going to become public soon. This whole scheme she's got going on. And she's already got several, subjects or people lining up ready to say, oh, Dr. Boucher's regime's really helping them, get them off the streets for a few weeks. That sort of thing. That's kind of like why I'm here. So she's trying to figure out which politicians would support her or not, or which one would be willing to support her.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. I don't think that is the best choice for that, given that he's trying to stop the disappearances. But good luck.
Yeah, well, don't wish me good luck. Don't wish Doctor good luck.
Oh no, sorry, bad luck. No, absolutely no, no luck.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no luck. I'll do my best and give Doctor all the bad luck. Yeah, it'll be fine. All right. Now I need you to roll the check-in move, Mott. You're gonna check against contamination. So you're gonna roll.
Alrighty.
2d6.
That is a 6 and a 3, which is 2 hits.
2 hits. Heck yeah. So on a strong hit, you're going to set the Covenant rank to 2. There we go.
Nice.
So justice for when you next go into the dungeon is 2.
I'm so just.
Heck yeah. So yeah, 2 of you are you're gonna meet back up with Ido. Gonna go to Arthur's place. So tell me, Ido, where does Arthur live?
Never thought about that. So I'd say near the city center, Arthur lives or lived. We're gonna find out soon. With so I think sorry. Wait. Let me look this up 1 second.
No worries.
Okay, sorry. So, Alex, I think you said Arthur is also like Z and Zer, right?
Oh, the pronouns. Like
V.
these are both of.
So V and Ver. Okay. So yeah, the where was I? Oh yeah. Yeah. V lives with Ver parents, and I guess they're kind of rich, so they have this house in like very close to the city center. So that is where I am going for. I think it's like one of these tall buildings where there's like a lot of rich people in the same building, very like shiny floors and that kind of setting.
Okay, so I think this is putting the clues together when you need information. Say where you're going to, and you're going to check against infamy.
Yeah. Okay. So that is. That's a 2 and a 6. What's my?
Just 1 mark. So you get a strong hit. So on a hit, they'll be free and willing to talk to you. Well,
Yeah.
well,
Not sure about free.
yeah. So I think, yeah, you come to the door, and I think who answers is probably Arthur's mom. She's this is the creepy part, Matt. She looks like an older female version of you. Except with the weird, not without the weird tattoos. And I think she opens the door, and her gaze kind of like glides over you, Mott, as if like, but she sees Ido and says, "Oh, Ido, it's been a while since you've done a house call. How's things?"
Um, yeah, pretty good. How are you? Sorry, is it okay if we come in?
Oh yes, yeah, of course. Come in, come in. I think she doesn't notice you say we. But again, her eyes aren't out on you, Mott.
Hi, my name's Mott.
No response.
Bewildered look to Ido.
I blink and so we I guess we go in and sit down and then like so how's it going with you? How's John doing?
Oh, you know how it is. John's busy with like he tried to tell me about some sort of actuary stuff, and I told him like, John, you know what, I bailed out of that. I don't care that we met in college doing mathematics and whatnot. I bailed. You're the one who chose to pursue it, and so that's your forte. My forte is something else. But he keeps going on and on about
Yeah.
numbers are going on in this work. It's so much.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. And what about Arthur? How's Arthur?
Oh, well, Arthur's doing his projects. He got an ooh, you you'd be glad to know he got like an internship lately. He's working for this like big like well, he said like big pharmacy sort of thing, but and then all he talked about was like his boss. It's a bit and then I asked more, and it turns out no, his boss is not really like a big pharma sort of person. She's like an academic working with the Bordeaux Institute. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, no, Arthur's doing really well.
Oh, so what's this lady boss thing? Do you know her name or like? Because I'm wondering if I can talk to Arthur at some point. Like
Oh.
I'm wondering where he is.
Oh well, you can talk to him. He's upstairs.
Oh,
I think Mott says, I think that she's talking about Dr. Boucher.
Again.
I'll be right back. I think Mott stands up and walks
talking
to
about
where the staircase is.
Talking about Arthur, Ido. Come on.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to ask you a question, and this is going to sound a bit weird, but please entertain me. Did you see someone just sitting here like 10 seconds ago?
Her eyes kind of narrow. It's like, what are you talking about, Ido? No, it's just been you.
Okay. I guess it's yeah. Okay. So okay, I'll get in touch with. Yeah, I got a bit worried about Arthur because I called the number and we didn't pick up. So
Oh, he's really busy these days. Like I said, he's bringing his work home. Just this internship's quite a bit.
yeah.
But I'm sure he'll be free to talk to you. I mean, you're his friend.
Yeah, and I look around to see where where Matt went, and I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll go upstairs and see where he is.
You know the way.
Yeah,
Yeah, and I think she just stands there as you kind of get up and follow Moth. She's just standing there. And I think when you get close to Mott, you get a notification in your phone, Edo. And when you look at it, you've got a new app installed. And it's
Oh,
it's called Mapping the Metaverse.
okay. And does it also give me a notification about subject found?
Oh yeah.
What hey, where are you running off to? What is this? Wait, what's this weird subject found thing?
I was going to see Arthur. Wait, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Got things to do here first. So you know that Dr. Boucher I mentioned?
Where I have to just do the Face ID, like I've already clicked on the notification.
Don't worry, the app just opened. You're not there yet. Because I know you all. Someone wants to go to Arthur's room, but you've opened the app. It's like a Google Maps sort of app, and you'll see like the city. You'll see like subject found, and you'll see like the markers on the city. Like 3 other people, 2 of them are like in some motel. The other one is I'll ask David where AJ is. But yeah, there's 2 more markers, and there's you, and there's Mott. That's what's open up.
Mott will show you the same like icon mark on their skin and be like, so if we want to stop the homeless people disappearing, we go here and take down the person responsible. I'm guessing the other 2 have found something if it's giving us a notification. But first, we meet Arthur.
Oh, okay. Wait, is this what do you mean by stop? Is this like we take them to the police and they just put them in the prison, or is this like stop like
We beat them up in an alternate dimension, and then they'd stop doing bad things, essentially.
Okay.
I've done it before, so I'm pretty much an expert.
This is not making any. Okay, fine. I think I'll. Okay, let's go meet Arthur. I'll just revisit this tomorrow when I wake up. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, as soon as I've met Arthur, I'm fine. I just need to do this.
Okay.
Okay, so you go up to Arthur's room, and just there's a door, and it's actually a nameplate on it. Arthur Vandervaart. What is their last name?
That's a weird plate.
Yeah, there's a nameplate. And the door is ajar. What do you do?
So I just, just go like, hey, Arthur, like push the door open, just step in, kind of like.
Yeah.
Like many times kind of thing.
Yeah, so you open the door. Okay, here's what you see. So.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, so one half of the room is fine. There's a bed, there's a desk and whatnot. You kind of open it, and it's like a rectangular shape. You're on one end of the rectangle. And, yeah, there's a hole. There's a hole on the skin of reality when you walk in. It's like this big howling hole. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there just is, and it's like the inside of the hole is like green and sickly. It's like a green sickly portal. You just kind of walk in.
And like, is this like hanging in the air, or is this more like floor to ceiling kind of hole?
It's more like it's swallowing up the room.
Oh.
Huh.
So
last time I saw this, it was red.
So I guess at this point, either is like, "Hey, Arthur, how?" And then he just takes like several steps back, and like kind of hides behind the door, because this is just not what politicians do.
What about you, Mark?
I thought you wanted to get to the bottom of things. And Ma will go striding in.
Wait, do you know what this whole thing is? I mean, the hole, not the hole. The
Oh, no, not really.
Well, you sound as if you just interact with holes every day, all day, because you're like not as freaked out as I am right now.
I've dealt with some freaky stuff before, and honestly, we are this close to answers.
I think
Okay.
you hear a voice go. Oh, go on. Sorry, Ido.
No, I was just saying. Oh, okay.
I think yeah, you just hear a voice kind of go like, "What if you don't like what answers you get?" And and this force behind you just kind of like pushes, and the two of you are gonna get knocked into this hole. And
No.
we're gonna pick up next session in the dungeon.
Save
Metaverse.
me. I'm just a poor politician.
Oh, you poor sad politicians. You gotta. All right.
Our hands dirty. We just send people to do the work. Okay, thanks a lot.
Yeah. All right.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
All right. So I always want to get this on the record. Thanks very much, folks, for playing. Y'all are great as always. I'm gonna stop this recording now, or this live stream, because Puckett has to go, and I want to say I want to say they're great, but I'm gonna stop this live stream right now. I don't know why I'm straining my voice. Thanks so much. See you next week, where we're gonna be joined again by David and see what AJ's been up to.